do it for the plot. Really love to hear the details of how I drive on the interstates. Hi, I'm Sack Marionette, doing business as bargain counter argument. I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara talking about books and related issues. It is Monday, December 1st, 2025. It is chilly and very bright and sunny here in New England, which makes it a great day to get stuff done. The earworm of the day is Fortnight by Taylor Swift featuring Paramore. So that's what's going through my head and will be until I get in the car and turn on the radio. It is not only is it a great day to get stuff done, it is also a great day to start Vlogmas. Yeah, I decided to take the plunge and do Vlogmas this year. I did all of this vlogging in October and November, all the book reorganization vlogs, and I didn't realize it at the time, but it was Vlogmas rehearsal. So now I feel confident about trying to do this. The plan is to just vlog every day. It'll be a lot of, there's going to be attic reorganization, decorating for Christmas, book discussion, like what I'm reading and what I thought of it, that kind of thing. Maybe making some cookies, doing some shopping. Those are the plans anyway. But let's be realistic. I'm probably going to end up lounging on the couch and reading fanfic most of the time. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. I'm also celebrating with a new coffee mug. I ended up going to Marshall's on Black Friday, which I wasn't intending to, but I had some errands to run, and I drove past Marshall's, and the parking lot didn't look too busy, so I went inside, and it was pretty calm, pretty chill. I found a couple of things, and when I talked to the cashier, she was like, "Yeah, we're having a lull." She said, "We were really busy earlier, and we think we're going to be really busy later, but right now we're having a lull." So one of the things I found was a new coffee mug. Yes, this we have. It says, "Do it for the plot." And it holds 2 cups. So, that's the stuff. So I actually, for all of my talk of lounging around on the couch reading fanfic, I actually do have some plans for today. A few weeks ago, I did my fall unhaul. Parts 1 and 2. One was books I was intending to take to little free libraries, and the other was books I'm taking to a used bookstore for store credit. And I got those books. There were a lot of them. I got them out of the house and into the trunk of my car, where they're just taking up space, because the bookstore I want to go to is a bit of a drive from where I live. I'm going to Milford, Connecticut from central Connecticut, so I just haven't gotten to it. I want to do it today because we're supposed to finally have some wintry type weather starting tomorrow. So I want to get that taken care of while it's still, relatively easy to drive and so on. I also want to go to the post office. I have Christmas cards to mail. And oh yeah, I have one more book to unhaul, and that is Truly Madly Manhattan by Nora Roberts. What this is it's 2 books that she published in the 80s as category romances with Silhouette, which is a division of Harlequin. And these were actually both, well, the first one, Local Hero, which I read for Nora November. I did that in a live stream. My live streams, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Midweek Motivation is what it's called. And I, host sprints and chit chat. And sometimes I will read a book and discuss it during the stream, like read it from cover to cover. I read the first book in this, the first novel, which was Local Hero, which was a Silhouette special edition published in the 1988, I think. And the second book on this is Dual Image, which was a Silhouette Intimate Moments. It was also published in the 80s or early 90s. I'm not sure. I don't have my glasses handy. However, I have another Nora Roberts 2-book omnibus, and Dual Images in that volume. So I don't really think I'm going to reread Local Hero. And Dual Image, like I said, I already have a copy of it in another book. So I'm going to take this with me along with all the other books for the used bookstore. I'm going to try to take some video while I'm doing that. And I don't know if I'll do a book haul when I get back or save that for Midweek Motivation, because that's traditionally when I do my book hauls is Midweek Motivation, but this is Vlogmas, so that's different. When I get home from running errands, I'm frequently kind of tired. And I may not feel like recording or being on camera, but we shall see. At this point, you know more than I do. I forgot to say, when I recorded that first clip, it was about 8:30 in the morning. It is now 6:30 at night. I got home about 4 hours ago, but oh boy, it was kind of stressful driving. Not nice. I went to Durham and mailed my Christmas cards, and then on my way out of Durham, I noticed that Saddlebrook Farms, which has this nice large pond next to the road, where a lot of geese like to hang out, just wild geese, they were all hanging out. So for once, I actually pulled over and took footage of the geese, which you will see at the end of this video. And then I got on the Merritt Parkway, which is normally quite lovely, even at this time of year with all the leaves off the trees. But the Merritt Parkway is one of these things that's supposed to be for non-commercial traffic. And so there are height restrictions and so on, and you're not going to deal with 18-wheelers, you're not going to deal with large buses, that kind of thing. However, when there is some kind of obstruction, like today there was an accident that had to be cleared off. It looked like, I saw the cars as they were dragging them off, and it looked like probably everybody got out okay. The cars were damaged, but not in a way that suggests that the people came to too much harm. So that's good. At least I'm hoping that's the case, because like I said, it didn't look too bad. Bad for the cars, good for the people, I'm hoping. And then there was, so that was an obstruction. But after that, there was also some road work that was going on. And so we had like a couple of places where it was kind of at a standstill. And it seems like every time I go on the Merritt Parkway, there's something like that happening. And it turns out it would have been a lot less stressful for me to go on the interstate, even with all the big 18-wheelers and so on. The point is that by the time I got to Milford, I felt like I'd done 16 different things, and all I had done was drive, but it was very rough driving. I got to Milford, I went into Penny's, I traded in my books, and I got a whole bunch of store credits, so I picked up more books. Didn't use all of my store credit, but I think I'm probably going to go ahead and talk about these during my live stream on Wednesday, like I talked about. And then probably for the Thursday, for the Thursday or Friday vlog, I'll do a video where it's a haul. So if you want to see what they are, you don't have to watch the live stream, either live or watch it back later. I'll do a separate video that's the haul, probably. So when I left Penny's, I was still very, very stressed out because the driving was so bad. So I went to Silver Sands State Park, which is a beach. I have footage of everything. I'm going to put that at the end. I went for a walk on the boardwalk. It was lovely, very windy, kind of cold, but refreshing. And then I stopped and got gas, and I went to Marshall's in Milford, didn't find anything. Then I came home, and this time I took the interstates. I took I-95 to I-91. You really love to hear the details of how I drive on the interstates. And it was much less, it was still stressful, but it was much less stressful than driving the Merritt Parkway. I don't know what they're doing there, but anyway, and then I got off I-91 in North Haven, and I went to a TJ Maxx, and I found some stuff, found some nice gifts for people, and I found a book. Talk about that during the live stream too. And then I decided I did not want to get back on I-91, so I took some back roads home, stopped off at a store that I like that has really nice prepared lasagna, and I got some of that. Then I came home. We finished off the roast and vegetables from Thanksgiving. That was very nice. And I just kind of been relaxing. I edited the footage that I took while I was out and about. Like I said, I'm going to put that at the end. In terms of the earworm, yes, Fortnite was displaced by a song that I heard twice. I heard Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish twice during the course of my day. And also a bonus, and that was while I was going through the classic rock stations, as I want to do. I heard a song that was used on the TV show Supernatural. I always listen out for those, and I'm always like, okay, I heard a song from Supernatural. I can go on about my day now. It happened to be Cherry Pie by Warrant. Not an earworm. But yeah, so, but mostly I listened to pop music today. So that was my day. I still have a Nora Roberts book I want to finish, Rise of the Magics. I think I'm about 75% done. It's the third book in a trilogy, and I read it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now I want to finish it today. But when I got home from being out and about, I just kind of wanted to breathe out a few times, do my editing, listen to some soothing music, that kind of thing. So I might finish it tonight, I might not. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache, but considering how much I got done today, that's not too surprising for me. Okay, so that was my first day of Vlogmas 2025. And like I said, I've got like about 2.5, 3 minutes of footage I'm going to put at the end. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. And I hope you have a great day or night.